Mohamed Salah versus Arne Slot. The manager versus an all-time great. Which side are you on? Who do you side with? Which corner are you fighting in? This inevitably will be the way it goes. The direction this is going is one of them's going to stay, one of them's going to go. I don't believe both of these two will stay at the club. Neither can coincide almost. It feels like something drastic has to happen in terms of a make-up, in terms of an apology. Publicly, I mean, I don't say publicly because that's where this whole thing's going now. Salah has come out and, I mean, God, you've made your bed now. You've gone public with this. Now you've got to lie in it, right? People are talking about the manager going now, not even at January yet. Mo Salah said about his parents coming to the Brighton game, implying it might be his last game for Liverpool. There's a very possible world which neither of these two fellas are at the club come February, March, April. That's the level here. That's what we're talking about. This is one of the biggest, most drastic bombshell interviews I've ever seen at Liverpool. Ever in my lifetime. This is damning. If you ever wanted a barometer of where Arne Slot is right now, the level of control, the level of respect he is commanding from this team, Mo Salah's just come out and publicly, bashed him. There you go. Forget Curtis Jones coming out on CBS after a Champions League game. If you thought that were bad, try one of the club greats, the Premier League greats, coming out and publicly saying what he said, saying there is no relationship between him and the gaffer, saying he believes the club have thrown him under the bus, saying he believes that he's not been, the promises he was made with the club, they've not been kept. It's becoming nasty, and it will become nasty. I hope this is not the catalyst for other players coming out doing the same. I don't think it will be. I don't think any players firstly have much to say similar to what Salah said there. The only players I can think of who would say something even similar in regards to why am I not playing football is Federico Chiesa. This is a player who's not been given a sniff this year. You think Salah wasn't playing? Chiesa's hardly played at all, and he's been better when he has played than Salah this year. Also, Chiesa were left out the Champions League squad. I heard nothing. Right? Players are left out. Players that hit bad form. Players don't play well. They get benched. I'm almost thinking get over it. I'm half thinking keep it between yourself. If you are going to go down this route and make it publicly voice your opinion, voice your opinion anyway, don't make it public. Keep it between you and the manager. Sort it out between you. The last thing this fan base needs is toxicity, is negativity, and fans turning on each other, because that is undoubtedly what we'll see in this comment section. Now, please do let me know your thoughts. Keep it civil, you know what I mean? But people are going after each other now, and Salah must know that. This has all come from him. This has all come from him deciding to go public with this. I'm absolutely backing him, by the way. I'm behind Mo Salah in this. I'm surprised some people are behind Arne Slot to the extent they are. I get backing your manager, and in any other instance in football, I would get if you were on the manager's side here. The manager over a player. Right? Makes sense. But in this instance here, we are talking about, I mean, if you want to go blow for blow in terms of credibility, in terms of love from the fans, Salah wins on every metric. Not even nearly, right? This is a non-contest in my opinion as to who I'm backing. I might not agree with the way Salah's come out and said it. In fact, I really don't. I couldn't agree with it any less, the way he's dealt with this. I actually disagree with a lot of things he's saying. We'll come on to that in a minute. Please do stay tuned. Please do leave a like if you agree with what I'm saying, by the way, because I don't want to sound like a broken record here. He's come out and done it the wrong way. I think some of the things he said have been poor. However, I'm backing Mo Salah. I'm not being funny. If it's one or the other, if you sat me down now and said pick one, life's on the line. Obviously the player who I've got 2 shirts with his name on the back in there. It's obviously the player who won us 2 Premier Leagues. One of them off his own back. It's not even funny. If you want to talk about credibility, and that is such an important word to use here, and it has been for the whole season, a lot of people wanted the manager out weeks ago. I'm talking before West Ham. Before West Ham, I said no. Even now, I'm not Arne Slot out, reluctantly. I've not got long left, to be honest with you. I've got a short fuse here. I said Arne Slot has earned the right to be at this club because he has credibility in the bank from winning the league first time I've asked him. I believe that credibility, well, I did believe, let's go back to the West Ham game 3 games ago. I believe that credibility hadn't worn out at that point. I'm getting a bit impatient now, but you get my point. But if you want to talk about credibility, it's only fair we talk about Salah in the same way. Credibility in Mo Salah. I could sit here for 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. You can go back to every season he's been at this club. Top 3. One of our players, top 3. Best in, 5 seasons, 6 seasons? He won that league on his own last year, at times. There were times last year Mo Salah won the title on his own. I think people are very quick to forget that. You can make a great argument for him having more of a say on us winning that league last year than Arne Slot, the manager. Certainly at times, maybe not on the whole, but certainly at times, that was true. He was the player getting us out the shit, and people are very quick to forget that. Not just that, but the last 7 seasons. This is a Premier League all-timer, arguably in a combined 11 of all time. This is our player of the year multiple times, our Champions League winner. I find it very hard not to side with him. Again, on any other occasion, I'm with the manager probably. If a player goes against the manager, there'd have to be some player for me to side with them. But Salah is that player. And again, I don't particularly agree with what he's saying. All of it. I don't agree with the way he's gone about it. And I still agree with him. I think that speaks volumes for just who this guy is and what he's done for this club. It's a real shame that it's ended this way. And I've said ended there, or ending, I should say ending, because it's not ended. But this is going one way, I fear. I really do fear that, and that's a real shame, and no one wanted that. Let's get on to what I disagree with, because, you know, I'm sat here saying I'm behind Salah, behind him all the way. I am, but I still do disagree with some things he's saying. And that is fine, that's very normal. Some people are like, I'm 100% behind Salah, 100%. Can you just, like, weigh this up and actually think like a critical human being for a second? No one should be 100% behind anyone here. Even if you agree with Salah, you must still look at some of the things he's saying, like, what? There was one thing he said, we can go through it all. He was like, I don't have a relationship with manager. Listen, that's between them two. I can't comment on that. That's a feeling. That's how he feels. He said something about, why is it me? Why do I deserve to be dropped? He was kind of implying. And I'm thinking, I'm sat watching his performances. I'm sat looking at the numbers. However route you want to go into this. This has not been the same Mo Salah as we've seen in the previous years. Certainly not last year. He has not this year reached the level we know he can reach. He must know that. There's every reason he was dropped against West Ham. I was calling for it. A lot of people were. I said Salah should be dropped for a game, just as a kick up the arse, as like a awakener, you know, wake him up a bit. So, like, you know, your position's on the line here. No one's position is for granted, you know what I mean? No one's a buy into the team. No one's immortal, or no one's got a force field around them, no matter how good you are. And I stand by that. I don't think anyone should be a guaranteed starter in our team. I'd have dropped him against West Ham as a kick up the arse. You know, like against, was it Frankfurt who have dropped, and he scored the week after, didn't he? Listen, he's been dropped 3 games in a row. I don't agree with that. Oh my God, drop him for 1 game. 3 in a row. Salah has every right to be frustrated. Every right. But I still do disagree with what he's saying about why was he dropped in the first place. We all know why he was dropped in the first place. But I'm with you though, 3 games is pretty heavy, considering as well how poor, I know it's the other side of the pitch, but how poor Cody Gakpo's been in that last game, certainly. My God, he played the full game pretty much there. He's got to get some game time there. There were no intention of playing it, and I understand the frustration completely. He said something about being thrown under the bus. He said actually the club have thrown him under the bus. Really interesting word of club. He never said the manager. That's bigger than the manager, isn't it? That's directed higher up. That's probably the most interesting thing he said, in fact. He said something about, I forgot what something about he's earned his place. He's earned his place because of what he's done for the club. Disagree with that. What he's done for the club's been amazing. It's so unique in the fact I've never seen it before. Probably never see it again in terms of the sheer amount of goals that he scored in this era of football. When you talk about Salah in any sort of negative video like this, you've always got to caveat it by saying, well, he's been great for the club and it's like, I love him and he's done great things. I'm bored of saying that now. You all know it's true. Just because I don't rate him this year, I don't think he's at form at all. I mean, I don't think he's a great player and a club legend, in my opinion. I say don't pick sides, but ultimately, what does our opinion matter? It's not like a school playground fight or something. All we can do is sit there and watch and wait for something to happen. Wait for likely a statement or an apology. Because that's the level here, right? That's surely where we're going. That is what this is crescendoing to building up to. Is some sort of written something, or someone coming out and saying it. Every single interview question is going to be, have a guess what it's going to be about. It's not going to be about who's starting against Inter Milan at right back, is it? It's going to be about, you must have seen the comments from Mo Salah, what do you make of them? That's going to be prodded every single day until he gives an answer. So someone say actually Salah's comments do enhance Arne Slot's profile, if you like, among the ownership, as opposed to Salah. And that dig, I suppose, at the club, throwing him under the bus, didn't help. I hope this blows over. It won't. I mean, this is one of the biggest bombshells I've seen in football in my lifetime, certainly the last 5 years in the Premier League. This will not blow over. It's the last thing this club need, the last thing the fans need right now. You think I want to be sitting here talking about Mo Salah and Slot doing an arm wrestle? Like, who? Yeah, that's it. I'll just set up an arm wrestle. Live stream it for everyone to see and be done with it. My God. It's an absolute mess. I've got a new light. I might have to stick to that colour. Forget red, honestly. Let's stop talking about Liverpool. It's good though. Look at this. Wait, look at that. How good's that? Oh my God. There's loads of them. There's like loads of colours. Mega. Look at that one. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. By the way, I just want to do a quick thank you. I don't really do this. I had 700 people at live stream last night. Thank you so much. That was mega. I normally have 200 people. It was great to talk about my club and build that community, which I've been trying to do for a few months now. And it feels like, you know, people are getting on board, which is great. Thank you. That's actually making my eyes hurt. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Please do leave a like if you agree with everything I said. If you don't agree, as always, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Have a good one. Bye-bye.